thank you all for this very, very good debate. I think we are very much agreeing on different topics, but I will just point out a few things that I wanted to react to. First of all, we have been very united during this, and as a EU, also with our transatlantic partners, and we should keep it this way. It's going to be tougher because Putin wants to see us divided, and let's not give them this pleasure. Let's stay united. I think it's very important. Second, there were some calls for making agreements regarding the security architecture. The problem is that the goal of Putin or Russia is to get those agreements, because he knows that one of the values of the European Union is that we respect agreements. Pacta sunt servanda, which means that we follow the agreements, whereas the Russian side is never going to follow those. So when we talk about, disarmament, or we talk about, taking down military exercises or limiting defense, then it actually means that we are making ourselves weaker, because the other side is not going to follow those agreements. And we should not do that. And also, there was also somebody who said here that, expanding NATO, taking new members to NATO would be provoking Russia. Well, it's not provoking Russia. Every country has the right to decide in which union or allies it wants to be. It's not up to any other country to say that you can't be there. And I remind you, NATO is a defense alliance. It's not attacking anybody. It's meant to be there for defending the countries that are in this alliance. And what we see right now, it's very much necessary. So we shouldn't fall into that trap. Regarding the sanctions, I think we also should think about, one side is seizing the assets, but the other side is also confiscating the assets so that we can use the means from those assets to build up Ukraine. And therefore, if this signal goes out, then it also means for every bullet that they fire, for every building that they destroy, they're going to pay for this. They're going to build this from their own money. It's coming from their pockets. I think it has to be very clear regarding this. On energy, we have to understand that it's going to hurt. And of course, Ukrainians are suffering now, and I do agree with those who have said that we shouldn't finance the war machine of Putin. But we also have to understand that some of the countries in Europe are 100% dependent on Russian gas. Bulgaria, for example. If we don't have alternatives, it's going to hurt them a lot, and maybe so much that there is not going to be unity also within Europe. We have to see what are the alternatives, how can we help those countries, so it wouldn't be so hard on our population. Some members said that the EU has emerged stronger from the crisis, and I do agree with this. We have built on the lessons that we learned from the debt crisis that enabled us to be better in the health crisis. We had all the funds ready to be reacting to a possible economic fall. But now we also have to use the lessons learned from previous crises to be stronger. And I do agree we are stronger here as well. And the last point, one more point before the last point, and that is that the representative of EPP from France said that the EC defense clause for Article 42.7 has never been used. That actually that is not correct. It has been used once, and it was for France because of the Bataclan crisis. So just wanted to correct that. And if some countries who are not members of NATO need this article to be really, enforced right now, to feel more secure, like Finland and Sweden, then we should agree on this. I think it's nothing. We are not giving anything away. And the last point. It's about Ukrainian perspective to join Europe. I think what the Ukrainians need right now is hope. They are literally fighting for Europe in Ukraine. And the least we can do is give them this hope and say that, yes, you are part of Europe. You are welcome to our family. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Prime Minister Kallas. Thank you to all the colleagues who participated and stayed in this debate until this time.